definitely, starting with the customer first, and then having, from a process perspective, focusing on the vital few output metrics, right? What does it mean to the customer? And then aligning other metrics as you descend into the organization against those. So even if I'm not customer facing in the process that I'm the owner of or that I participate in, what impact do I have on those key customer measures? And I'll give you an example in the energy industry. We worked with a client who had some very specific top level goals over the course of 10 years in terms of customer impact. So, how many outages, how long were they, how frequently did they happen? And then everything else, they asked us to line up against that. So that included things like how long does it take to get trucks to roll to a given point?
Response time, yeah.
Yep. But that also meant, well, do they have the right parts? So that meant, we had to have a process go end to end that includes sucking data out of SAP, pushing stuff in there for workforce management, et cetera. But again, previously the view was, well, I only care about this one sub process inside my organizational container implemented on this ERP system, and that's all I know, that's all I care about. Once we had a descending set of metrics, people understood what their mission was. Now I understand why I better do a better job of figuring out what my workforce is next month, because I'm trying to drive this metric down and everyone's looking at it. Are we doing better for our customers? We also added the soft measures, the whole customer sat issue. Now, this was in an emerging market as they are embracing, in essence, capitalism and being responsive to the market. So they love that. They said, well, how do you figure that out? And it wasn't, well, the central government tells you whether they're happy or not. And we instituted some, customer management metrics. And clearly the people that were customer facing were directly measured against that. And then over time, we laid out a compensation scheme that part of their bonus was aligned to those metrics. And we asked them, what else do you need? As we start to automate and invent new processes and fix the old ones, if you see any opportunities, run them up the flagpole. And that was countercultural to a highly regulated, formerly state-owned enterprise. But as they moved and embraced market-oriented reforms, that notion of I can make more or less if we do better or worse was really positive. Now, again, the good thing is senior management supported that with the support of the regulators. We had to go to the regulators and talk about that. But the fact that my individual compensation could be higher or lower if I did better for the citizens in this case was completely radical to them. But it's something where they leapfrogged what we do in Western markets, because a lot of times, well, it doesn't matter if the PUC doesn't give us money, then we don't improve things. So to, I guess, encapsulate that, it's starting with the customer, aligning everyone towards that. And if you can align compensation to those metrics that flow up into the result you're trying to drive, you are better positioned to succeed because everyone's rowing the boat in the same direction.
Oh, yeah,